The Oak Hills Bulldogs beat Sultana 4-0 and climb back into a tie for first place in the Mojave River League race. Matt Kelly is at his best, throwing a 4-hit shutout in the pressure-packed must-win battle if the defending MRL champs hope to repeat. The 5'9", 190-pound senior strikes out 6 in throwing but 71 pitches in his complete game masterpiece.
Matt, did you feel some pressure out there today?
Coming into this game, I had a lot of pressure riding on my back, and I knew I had to execute my pitches and do what I could to keep us in it.
The Bulldogs score 1 run in the second on the Cole Baez RBI, then add 2 more in the 5th to open up a 3-run lead, at which point Matt Kelly was confident he could put the game away.
Anything about this game that made you feel like, well, here at this point, I know that we're going to take this thing home?
It was probably the 5th inning when we took the couple-run lead, and I knew that if I kept pitching the way I was and my defense had my back, we would win.
Joe Delatorre beats out the infield hit, leading off the Oak Hills half of the second, first of 3 hits on the day for the Bulldogs' third baseman, whose .449 batting average is tops on his team and, in fact, the second highest in the MRL. The Bulldogs go on to load the bases with 1 out. Sultana's sophomore battery, catcher Dominic Ariano, and Finn Wall to the mound to plot the strategy. Cole Baez reaches down and slaps the pitch back up the middle. Joe Delatorre scoring the first run of the game. Cole Baez, junior outfielder, with his 4th run driven in on the season, and by far most important, he's a .312 hitter on the year. Every time the Sultans threaten, Matt Kelly and the Bulldogs defense turn the home team teal away. Jimmy Hernandez, the solid base hit to lead off the third. The sophomore first baseman had knocked in the winning run when Sultana beat the Bulldogs in their first MRL matchup. Jimmy Hernandez collects 2 of the 4 base hits off Matt Kelly this day. The Oak Hills defense snuffs out any hint of a rally. The line drive to shortstop Julian Macias, doubling up the Sultana base runner in the third. Matt Finn certainly pitches well enough to win. The 6'1" sophomore relinquishes 7 hits over his 5 innings of work. He enters this game with a 5-1 record, those wins including a 2-1 3-hitter against the Bulldogs 1 month earlier. He takes this one himself. 34 is another of the Sultana sophomore starters, third baseman Josh Serrano. Finn Wall does not walk a hitter this game. Only 1 of Oak Hill's 4 runs is an earned run. Season stats for Finn Wall by day's end: 41 strikeouts in 33 innings of work. His earned run average lowered to .252. The visitors threaten in the 4th, Joe Delatorre on second, Jacob Rangel on first. Jacob Rangel, the other Bulldog, with a multiple hit game this day. Finn Wall gets the second out on a full count strikeout, and the Bulldogs base runners will go on to be stranded. Oak Hills will not let the scoring opportunity go without run production in the 5th. The Sultans mount a threat in their half of the 4th, Finn Wall reaching base when nicked by a pitch. Jimmy Hernandez follows, reaching base on the lone Oak Hills error of the game, Finn Wall to second. Matt Kelly squelches this threat himself, the strikeout on the breaking pitch, and we go to the 5th. It is still a 1-0 ball game. The visitors add the all-important insurance runs, 1 out, 1 on. Jonathan Trujillo, the runner on first. Julian Macias pulls the pitch down the line, and we let the junior shortstop describe what happens.
As soon as he got past the third baseman, they kept waving me. Went around second. I went around third. Coach started waving more. I was like, I'm just gonna go. So I slid in, dove the tag, touched the base. It was exciting. It was great. It was exciting.
Statistically, a single followed by a pair of Sultan throwing errors. In the enthusiastic exhilaration category, all the excitement of an inside-the-park home run and more than enough run support for Matt Kelly. The Bulldogs now lead 3-0 in the 5th.
I knew that Kelly was on the mound, and there wasn't going to be a lot of runs scored, so we needed a lot of run support for him, and that's what I was trying to do.
The Bulldogs add one more in the sixth. Joe Delatorre, his third base hit of the game, his base hits alone impacting the outcome of the contest. And Joe Delatorre is an impact player, literally, on the suicide squeeze off the bat of Sebastian Gutierrez. The throw to the plate beats Joe Delatorre, but his hard slide dislodges the ball, and the Bulldogs have their fourth and final run of the game. Credit the run driven in to Sebastian Gutierrez, the first of the season for the Oak Hills sophomore. If the Sultana delegation was beginning to think calls were not going their way, those concerns are added to on this play. Matt Flynn, the runner on first. Catcher Brandon Bullock blocks the pitch in the dirt and throws to Julian Macias covering second. Matt Flynn called out on a very close play. Matt Flynn, a junior, Sultana's leading base stealer on the year with 13. Matt Kelly stuck with his plan of attack from start to finish.
No adjustments. I was just coming at him, and hopefully they got themselves out, or I got them out.
You guys feel the pressure today of this was almost like a win or lose situation for the championship?
No, not at all. We stayed within ourselves. We knew we could do it, and that's what we did. We came out here, showed them what we could do.
Video Sports Action Highlights brought to you by High Desert Sports Training, where athletes of all ages improve speed, quickness, endurance, and strength on state-of-the-art equipment. The area's only high-performance TreadX 3030 treadmill and hip machine. Personal trainers utilize muscle memory and speed of contraction drills that develop a quicker, stronger, and faster athlete through proven training concepts. 2 indoor batting cages. Top hitting instructors and coaches available for private lessons. Call 760-948-3333 for a free evaluation. High Desert Sports Training, 17485 Catalpa, just off I in Hesperia.